He's going to be terrific at Michigan State for Tom Izzo. Play on or off the ball.
Just a huge addition this year for Columbus. Played at Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas last year. Family moved to Miami. He's become that third scorer and extra playmaker to go with the Boozers. Caden Mingo from distance. Give it.
On his hip. Game over.
Just a matchup nightmare.
And it's all the footwork. Yes, the touch is there, the size and the strength, but he has advanced footwork for a 16-year-old post player.
Mingo launches and hits.
Sadler getting downhill immediately, and he is denied by Ben Michaels.
Yeah, he's got some trees down there.
James back to Edgecombe from NBA range. Bucket.
Yeah, he does that well. Uses his body, gets to the rim, makes tough finishes.
James inside to Michaels, and that's the first 2 points.
That was the answer either. If you're dribbling to explore, you're better off letting a guard do it.
Anthony, back-to-back buckets for Kyan Anthony.
Yeah, a little bit on that first jump, and then he still bounced right back up. Speaking
Edgecombe,
of bouncing,
the third bounce.
and that it became cool after that. So now all the kids want to do it, and we're certainly seeing some here today.
Well, none of the players on this floor were born when LeBron James entered the league, so they've known him
How about that?
their entire lives.
Wow, you just dated me. I feel old.
Edgecombe continuing to... James went for the steal. Gets the rebound instead. Edgecombe attacking. He's fouled and one for VJ. Asarui showing off his crossovers, trying to hit the jump.
Not sure that's what they drew up in the huddle.
James, killer crossover. And it leads to an assist. Maluk on it. Dakbar loses it on the way up. James to Edgecombe. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. VJ Edgecombe, Ken, no.
Wants it back. Got it back. Emulate. Someone who's a high-level shooter and can also run the team.
It's a 5-point game, under 5 to go in the first half. Edgecombe creates. Ross going baseline. Good recovery by Watson.
He's got a huge gap. I would love to see him just attack that.
Wide open look. Knockdown. Caden Mink. Just over 2 minutes to go.
They're really giving them an offensive spark. And again, it's usually Junie Mobley who does the shooting, but he's got to do the facilitating today.
James with the good pass to Mingo. Bingo.
Very.
6 for Jones off the bench. He was pressed into early duty when Maluk picked up those 2 early fouls. Edgecombe knocks it down from the corner. 9-point Montverde lead. Edgecombe takes it from behind away from Newell. Some numbers for Luhai. James, bounce pass underneath. Mingo.
Defense was sleeping, and he's able to take advantage by cutting back door.
That last foul was also against Newell, his 3rd. Queen also has 3 fouls as Anthony knocks down the 3. From the corner.
That's the benefit of playing with a guy that commands that much attention. You got to make the decision if you're going to run and double. As you see Edgecombe able to...
Nagy quickly runs across for the Titans.
Mingo continues his good play. 22 points last night, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, so off to another good start.
As does Michaels getting the steal. Back pass from Edgecombe, pump fake, and he keeps it on the floor. James inside to Michaels, a wide open lane and an easy lay.
Pronounce the other guy, God's will. I'll let you pronounce his last name.
We'll just use his first name, Jason. I'm not trying that.
He's the Seton Hall commit, and he's not here as well.
Taken away by James. Easy, fast break, and Urbano taking it himself. Kicks it out to Nagy in the corner. No good. And Edgecombe with his 2nd consecutive rebound. He's now got 2. Edgecombe to James now. Edgecombe, wide open 3, late contest, but that's not present and future, potentially, of basketball right there. 2 of the game's greats. As Kion Anthony, Carmelo's son, takes the inbound. James now in the corner for a wide open Edgecombe. Knocked down. Nagy now from distance, no good, and Valencia tips it out to an open Urbano. Anthony,
nice
great defense, and he got a piece of that one.
Anthony's been a real factor here in this 4th quarter.
And now James, baseline, Anthony from the corner once again, knocked down. Reasonably.
Now Edgecombe. Trying to cross up Kenai Roots. Hands off for Nigel James. James dribbles around, just a little over 10 on the shot clock. James comes back. Great defense from Donnie Freeman. And contact. The basket's going to count. IMG trying to stop the bleeding. Roots gets rejected. Now Mingo back on the other side. He'll just take the easy lay-in. Junior and the Ascenders bring it back to a 1-possession game.
And when they move the ball around that well, it's a hard team to stop. It's like just starting an engine, really, with them moving it around. And then once they just rev it up and get it to go, that thing's unstoppable.
And Edgecombe with the answer to put it. Dishes back out. Acuff looking for the little teardrop floater, no good. Luhai chasing 7 points. James. Standing up top, they're going to allow the big man to take a 3. Back and forth between the Ascenders and Crusaders continues.
Ruths is a guy who I think IMG is really going to need to get more involved in the later stage of the game on offense. He's been spectacular on defense, defending Edgecombe about as well as he can, but he just hasn't been shooting as much, and he
anticipates seeing that consistently, night in and night out.
Edgecombe at the beginning of his junior year has worked his way to number 4 in the ESPN 100 and an All-American. a meteoric rise that we've seen here in high school basketball in recent history.
Remember back in high school, similar stories.
Not as loaded as they have been. Only 3 ESPN-ranked players. They had 9 last season. 3 ball goes. Lets anyone derail him over the course of a game. No one's derailing. Standing room only here at Blake Arena, and for good reason.
When you look at this game right here, there's BJ from deep.
Last few years, really. So, yeah, you would think, probably right, that Dad played at Duke would make a lot of sense.
Shot clock in this game. Nike EYBL Scholastic Games play with a 30-second shot clock as that's stripped by Nigel James. Blue High, an EYBL Scholastic team as Alir Malouk slips, but Columbus isn't. Catch and shoot, corner 3, up and in. Get within 1. And you're mentioning 6th in EYBL Scholastic in scoring is the guy with the rock right there. He averages 18 a game.
In left hand, no. Here's Edgecombe. Edgecombe pushes it ahead to James. James, little 2-on-1, right hand, yes. Caden Mingo, boy, this Lehigh. Some major conference offers, and he is a major conference player, no question about it. And another turnover. There he is again. Nigel James throwing it up. Edgecombe throwing it down. Appleton transferred in from Pembroke Pines Charter in August. Palm Beach. Michaels. Oh, my goodness. From Ipswich Basketball Academy in September of 2022 in England. Nigel James, quick spin move. Left hand off the corner. That's Dylan Mingo with a nice baseline. Bearing that 3, the transfer in from Lincoln Northeast High School in Lincoln, Nebraska is on the board. Lon Lemire with a 2-point lead. Caden Mingo, left hand out receiver.
You have to move the ball with the pass. You can't settle for threes and over dribble.
That was a little bit of a settled job there from Adams. Edgecombe, spot up 3. Splash down.
Perfect point guard with speed, IQ.
A 14-point lead for Long Island Lutheran. They're just feeling it right.
Collectively as a defensive unit.
Nigel James gets the screen from Ross. VJ Edgecombe, you want a bucket? Go to VJ.
15 overall.
They should all go to the same school. They should all go to the same school.
With that transfer portal, they can all wind up there someday if they'd like.
Tell you what, that team could win an NCAA championship.
Maluk, the range. Oh, yes. Tonight, maybe a surprise X factor as well. Ross to James. Maluk's open in the corner. So is Edgecombe.
Been terrific to get to this point. This team is going to win a lot of games in the EYBL Scholastic.
Edgecombe gliding.
Well, against Columbus, I was courtside for that game. They had a good first half. They had a tough third quarter. And then they turned it on in the fourth quarter.
Both teams have combined 1 for 8. VJ Edgecombe.
A little bit of nerves, a little bit of defense.
Maluk outside to Jones. Swinging around the perimeter, 15 on the shot clock. Maluk. Yes! 100. James Brown with the ball in the low post. Brown hanging. Good defense there by Jones. Left-handed skip pass outside. Mingo splash down.
Really, how he learns the game, you know. He's really like a sponge, you know. He's probably arguably the best player in the world right now. He's still learning from people. So just know the way he's able to do that and conditioning through the roof. You know,
rotated in this game. Maluk from the corner missed the 3. Brown had it taken away, bats it around, and Luhai ends up with the loose ball. This is Mingo turning. Shifty lays it up and in. Caden.
Points in the last 3 minutes.
Now trying to find their way up and underneath and can't get the fall. That's Bakhta. Now the other way, Long Island Lutheran. Going to be a stop and start for Nigel James. Into the corner for 3. Got it to go. Kyan.
Find it and then allowed
Aaron's an easy lane to the basket.
Long Island Lutheran, see 3 seconds before the end of the first quarter, trying to find anyone. They're going to get a wide open three. Mingo, right side, got it to go. And that will do it for the first half.
Yeah, they've got a nice chance to kind of let this clock run and steal some late points in this game.
Instead, they turn it over. And on the break goes the Crusaders. Mingo up and good. Quick down.
Yeah, Castillo looked like he just kind of hopped twice trying to set himself up for the basket, and you obviously can't do that.
Now Nigel James trying to get, no, Tajay Jones wide open three, straight away.
Magwood from Louisville played up through last season at Western High School in Louisville.
Maluk
County Hoop Fest.
He has not missed many in his time at Kentucky. Edgecombe into the lane pretty nicely there to get that one up. Possibly illegally, though. 40 seconds to play.
Oh, my. Also taking in some of the action tonight.
Anderson throws it away. Picked off by Air Hareen. Up ahead in our house of basketball, though. Although my oldest son is now taller than me, and I'm afraid that's not going to last much longer.
Oak Hill coming out in that 1-2-2 zone. Had a big game for Lou High as well. Might bring them out of that pretty quickly.
I
with
would
that
think
three.
So.
A lot of the kids that were here at the very first one are probably bringing their own kids now to talk about some of the players they saw back in the day and